All right, hey there, and welcome to Talented Television. Today we will be talking about Black history and Black love. I just want to give you all a few nuggets out there of some of our Black talented people and some of the things that they went through and survived. I just want to remind you that you can make it. Whatever the case is, there is nothing too hard, there's nothing too big that should stop you or will stop you once you get your mindset and in order that you can make it. So let me give you a few stories and let me see if you can guess who some of these Black talented people are. They went through the fire, some of them went through the rain, but they made it. So listen up. Black history right here. Hey y'all, thanks for hanging in here with me. Today, like I said, is Black history and Black love. So I got a few nuggets to drop for those of you out there, just so we can kind of talk about some of the talented people that we have, some of our Black talented people, I should say, that have gone through the storm and the rain, but still made it. I just want to encourage you. It's Black History Month. You know, we shall overcome. We are overcoming all the time. But at the same time, there are times when things get hard and difficult, and it seems like we're going through so much, and we may not feel like we'll ever reach our goal or accomplish our dreams. But I want to tell you that that's not true, that there are things that come up in our lives that will try to stop us. But if you just keep pushing and keep going through that thing, that you can make it. So I'm going to bring you about 4 people from Black history, past and present, and let you know some of the things that they went through and some of the things that they did. And these people, wow, I mean, they're great today, and you can be the same way. Don't let anything stop you. So let me get started. Our first gentleman, he borrowed $700, okay? You know what that's like. I ain't got no money, but I need to borrow some money, okay? So he borrowed $700 from one of his friends and started a studio in his apartment. So, you know, time went on and things like that. And he began to get all of these unsigned artists, but they were major people that we know today. So he got people like Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder, The Temptations, The Supremes, Smokey Robinson, all of these phenomenal people, and started this company. That's right, Motown. Mr. Berry Gordy. He had to borrow $700, you know, to get his record company started. But I tell you what, within about 10 years or so, he had to borrow that 700. But within 10 years or so, I believe it was 10 or 11 years, Motown began to make, let me get the numbers right, over $10 million a year. So don't let anything stop you from reaching your goals. Let me tell you about somebody else. Let's see. Let me get you a woman out here for my ladies. This woman was born in a shotgun shack, okay? She became motherless at only 4 years old. She was forced to quit school in the 8th grade and become a maid. And then she moved from where she was to Chicago, where she was recognized by one of the gospel greats. This woman went on to record a song that was released in 1946. Now, y'all ain't gonna believe this. In 1946, this song sold over 18 million records. And she was also part of several films. They also wanted to get her to start doing shows and even here in Las Vegas, but she refused. So can you believe that? She lost her mother age 4, born in a shack, born in poverty. But guess what? She became Miss Mahalia Jackson. So don't tell me what you can't overcome. We're talking about Black history today, and I'm talking about talented people because this is talented television. Of course, Black history is so vast. There are so many things that we have created and added to society, where life just wouldn't be the same if it wasn't for Black inventors. But today I'm talking about Black talented people, and I'm telling you, talented person out there, that you can make it. Let me tell you about somebody else. So this gentleman here, don't ever say that you're too old to start something new or start a craft, okay? To start a hobby or to start your future, okay? So this gentleman, he joined the Coast Guard at age 17. While he was in the Coast Guard, he remained on this ship and he used to write all the time. And this was during World War II. He wrote so many stories. And when he retired at age 37, he began writing and producing books and all types of things. So when he began writing, one of his major books was the autobiography of Malcolm X. And then he released the Pulitzer Prize winning book, which also became a mini series, Roots. That's right, Mr. Alex P. Haley, age 37, is when he began writing professionally and releasing, things into the atmosphere, into the world, and the world began to recognize him then. So those of you and us that are getting older and saying my dream still has not come true, it's not too late. This man went on to win awards, and his books became miniseries because he decided to do what needed to be done. He didn't let age or anything stop him. And then just imagine, I mean, literally, it says that he's been through World War II. Can you imagine age 17 being shipped off somewhere? He could have lost all his courage. He could have lost all hope, but he didn't. He held in there and became the Alex Haley that we know and love. Let me give you one more person. Now, this person here, I actually had the pleasure of meeting, and I don't get starstruck, when I meet people. It's like, hey, just like I do anybody else. Hey, how you doing? But this person, I was taken back a little bit, So let me tell you, she was born in 1954. This woman was sexually abused as a child and became so problematic that she was shipped off to live with her father. Okay. So, there are those of you who have been through sexual abuse, you've been through physical abuse, all types of things that can stop you from becoming who you are created to be if you allow it to. But this woman did not allow it to stop her. So in 1971, she was born in 1954. In 1971, she became the first, I said the first woman news anchor for her city, which was in Nashville, Tennessee. Can you imagine that? The first woman on the news. She was the first one, this woman that had been abused and through all these things. And by 1984, she became so popular hosting a morning daytime talk show that they named the show after her. They was like, forget it. I'm going to name this show after her. I bet you all can imagine who this is. Her show continued for many years, making her one of the richest women in America. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey. Okay? Her. So I brought these people to you just to let you know that you can make it. This is Black history. These are people who have passed on, and they're also people who are still here, but they have a testimony, and you have a testimony. This is Black History Month. Make this year Black history. Do something big. Do something that you never thought you can do. Believe in yourself and know that the best is yet to come. Black history, y'all. Way back then and today, we're still doing it. Keep watching. Up next, Black Love. Come on into my love lounge and meet these couples. Hey, everybody, it is Kimberly Eichelle with Talented Television, and I am so excited to have you in my love lounge. That's right. February is the month of love, and I am so excited. I have some special guests here with me today. Oh my gosh, we're about to have a good time. So check it out. Check this. I have my friends from way back. You all welcome. James and Trania. Yeah, I call her what her mama named her. Everybody else say Trina, but Trania Gales. Come on in the room. Hey, James and Trina.
Hey.
How y'all doing?
Hey, how's it going over there?
Good.
It's going good.
Good.
Good. So you guys are in Tacoma, Washington, and I have been knowing you all for a long time. Trania definitely since middle school. So we ain't gonna tell how long that's been, Trania. Don't put it out there. It's been about 3 years or so,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
I thought we was
Watch it,
Christians.
James.
Hold on a
Watch
minute.
it.
I thought we was Christians.
We are in our senior year, getting ready to graduate from high
Wow.
school.
Come on.
Okay, we go with that too. Wow.
Graduation
my
around
ID
the
then.
corner.
Right.
Terrible.
Yes.
I love it.
Now listen, I wanted to bring you all on to talk about love, okay? So first of all, I want to hear a little bit of your love story. How long have you all been married now?
It will be 18 years in October.
18 years. 18 years. We know a line like that in a song. But anyway, so
18 years.
after 18 years, I love it.
After 18 years.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
But you know what? I'm so excited to say that I was a part of your wedding.
Yep.
Yes, you were.
The original.
Yes. So I
The
cannot
original.
believe
Right
it's
there with
been
the preacher.
What'd you say, James?
Right there with the preacher. Amen.
Right
there.
there with the preacher. I saw it.
That's
Look,
right.
I'm the witness.
Hallelujah.
Right.
Honey, I was there. I was a witness. So tell me a little about your love story and your journey, how you all met. We talking about Black love today. So tell me what Black love is for y'all.
Well, I can't say for him, but I know
Oh, Jesus.
we've known each other since high school, and basically from what he says, I wouldn't give him the time of day because I had a
She used
boo
to be
back
mean.
then.
Nobody
He
cared
said
about
I
her.
was
boo.
mean,
She
and I was not
mean.
mean.
Yes, you were.
But anyway, I wasn't worried about him. But as life seemed to have progressed, I thought about him quite a few times, through life. And I just happened to be working one day. I used to work at the B&I, and they had a dollar store there, and the dollar store was open. So when you walk past, you can see everything.
Wow.
And so this happened to be one of those times where he had recently passed my mind, and I'm standing there and I'm at the cash register. There's nobody in the store where I have to ring anybody up, and he walks past. And Kim, I was like, I know that is not. And he turns around and looks at me and is like, what's up? I'm like, oh my goodness.
So let me intervene. So listen. So back when I had a hairline, right?
Come on,
When I had a
hairline.
hairline, right? I had a little curl, a little couple curls right here. A couple curls. They was coming down.
Oh.
And so, I was with, a little friend or whatever, and I had just got back to California. And I had told her the first time I had saw her that, what I'm saying? I was trying to get at her. I want to talk to you. I want to know who you are. She wasn't hearing me back in school. She was not hearing me whatsoever. Like I had no opportunity. What she don't understand was, see, she was cool. I wasn't cool.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about?
Look, my friend always been cool, so listen, I got you.
Listen. Let me tell you how it works. See, so she was cool. I was the dorky fat dude. You follow what I'm talking about?
He's
So
so
I was on the sideline. Look, we had some of the same friends. but the friends treat each other differently.
Right.
And I didn't
Right.
care. So I would do little things like sneak up and pinch her booty. She looking around. I'm standing right there. I was that nerdy where she didn't even know who I was. You know what I'm talking about?
Wow.
Please pinch my booty. She fighting all her close friends, and I'm laughing like I didn't touch her butt though. You know what I'm saying? They ain't touched her booty. I touched her butt. Like, you know what I'm
Oh
talking about?
my
Now
God.
I'm going to class, getting good grades, doing my thing, happy because I got to touch her butt. You know what I'm talking about?
So wait, so he's saying how he was this short guy in high school.
I was.
And he was. So imagine my surprise when he walks past me and he actually caught my eye.
Right.
Because before it was like, this boy is irritating and he need to go on somewhere. That's what it was like before. And
Yes.
he walked past
We
this
used to
guy,
cut them
and he
off,
was-
Trina. We like, no thank
Okay,
you.
right. Like, keep on moving. But I swear, he walked by this time and I looked, and when I noticed it was him, I was like, oh, he done got taller and he got cute.
So I had just got back from California. I had buffed all up. You know what I'm saying? I've been working out a little bit. Look, I passed the cheeseburgers and found a salad. You feel me? Right?
Come on,
And so when
slim down.
You know what I'm talking about? Slim down, swole up. You know what I'm talking about? It was right for a minute. Amen, right? You got right for the catch. You know what I'm talking about? Nah, don't rub my tummy. Don't do it. Don't do it. She rubbing my tummy. Why you rubbing my tummy? The tummy's real. Okay, so after that, it was like, okay, time progressed. And we had both still a relationship. I had started another relationship. Come to find out that it just was going to intertwine itself where we was going to be able to talk to each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then conversation took place. After the conversation, it was kind of over. It was at that point just like timing and making it work out. You know what I mean? And at that point, we just had to be patient. And then we kind of fell into each other, you know, situations where, and there was some people who in time didn't understand. But as time progressed, they kind of understood like, okay, it was time for us to kind of back off and let this love thing happen, you know? And, 3 kids later, here it is.
Wow. Yes. 3 kids later. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So tell me some of the things that you had to overcome, being a couple in 18 years. Yes, love is something that will see us through, but how did you make it through some of your hurdles? Because I'm sure you had to face something on this journey.
For me, it's having faith in something bigger than our relationship.
Right.
Because I have faith in God, and he didn't continue to show me somebody I was never checking for to not have me in this person's life. He showed me things that I never had seen before, and I was always confused. Like, God, why are you showing me this? And this is not where I am. This is not the relationship I'm in. I've never dated this man. He's never been my boyfriend. Why is this who's coming across? And I never understood that. So when he did come across, the funny thing is when I saw him that day, we didn't even exchange phone numbers.
Nope.
Really?
So it was just like, it was, oh my goodness. That's why he was saying after so long, the people that he had connected with brought him back to where he was able to talk to me.
Exactly.
So it was crazy. So it was like, okay, well, I'm gonna give this a try. But we've had plenty of hurdles, but it's just believing in something bigger than our relationship.
And not afraid to pray. Not afraid to pray. Even together, even when you're fed up with one another, the final thing, which should have been the first thing and kept there, which was the prayer, is what actually breaks down the walls. Because if you don't pray and you don't, like she said, believe in putting something in it that's higher than your relationship, there's no fixing it.
I hear you. So tell me, we talking about Black love. Tell me, Trina, what's your favorite way to encourage your Black man and keep him going? Let him know that he's loved and he got something good at home.
I think it's more in what I do, not in what I say.
Okay.
Because I'm one of those people who I'm not really, it's not that I don't have words. I'm more of that say less person. It only needs this little bit. It don't need this big, humongous thing. So when I do things for him, I think that's where it's at. So like, I just try to keep him in a position where it's like, you know, you have somebody who got your back. You know, I'm gonna hold you down no matter what. Oh, you want to start your own business? Well, I got your back. We gonna start this business. This is how we gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? Anything that
Absolutely.
he wants to do, if he thinks about it, like he loved the drums. When we first got together and moved in together, I bought him his first drum set. So I think it's like those type of things where it's like, I want to see you grow. I want to see you be better. And so I feel like it's more in how I show him and not necessarily what I say.
Yeah,
That's
the real
beautiful.
efforts.
So, James,
I
what would
think
you say? How do you encourage Trina and keep her knowing that she's loved?
I think the biggest part is, like you said, in actions, but also in body language. You know,
Yeah.
body language it shows a lot. Sometimes you don't have to say a lot of words, but the fact that you're physically there, you know, is a lot of encouragement to people alone, because if they have somebody to turn to, it ain't about the answers. If I'm encouraged by your presence, then a lot more time, you know, I don't want you to say nothing, because sometimes you could say something and ruin what I think is actual encouragement, or another person could think you helping them, but sometimes just being there, the
Say
encouragement is being there.
that your love towards her is letting her know that you are there for her whenever she needs you. Is
Right.
that correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, let's talk about y'all talent, because this is talented television. So I want
Oh,
to talk
Jesus.
about you all a little bit. Trania and I have done many things together, from singing to stage plays to rapping. All of those things we've done
Yes.
together, and it's been a lot of fun. So tell me,
Mhm.
how do you guys vibe off of each other at home? James, you're a musician. Trina did mention that you're a drummer, but I believe that you've developed into some other instruments as well.
Oh,
Let's talk
yeah.
about just your music and everything, and how you make beautiful music together.
Well, it's complicated, kind
It
of. It
is.
really is.
It is.
Because of our personalities, people would not understand. In our relationship, we are so opposite from each other.
Hmm.
Some people feel like, oh, you have to have such and such in common with somebody to be in a relationship with this person. But actually, the way that our relationship works, it's like we balance each other. We're like
Right.
50-50. We're half of a whole. So
Okay.
what I don't have, he has. What he don't have, I have. So sometimes when we come and we mesh together, it's complicated because he got the strong head where he's like, I know. And I'm like, stop stepping on my toes because this ain't your part, bruh. You know, don't step on my toes.
Right
You
here.
play the instruments and I'm going to sing these notes, all right? You know, so
Uh-huh.
sometimes it's difficult.
It's true, though.
But one thing I can say is he's a beautiful musician. I enjoy anything that he picks up and puts his hands on and tries to play. When he
Wow.
plays the keys, it's beautiful. It's just like, it's weird that something is that so meant for you, where it's like certain strings that he play, it's meant for me because it tugs at me every time. Every time I hear him, it gives me a chill or something, you know. And it's the same thing when he plays the drums. He puts so much heart and soul into what he's doing back there. I can't help but feel him. I know when it's him on the drums, and I know when it's somebody else, you know.
Oh
So
my. She say she got an ear for her man. I know when it's you and I know when it ain't.
right.
I
Oh,
love
Lord,
that.
Lord. That's good. I mean, and it's vice versa for me as well. I mean, when you sit back and you kind of like watch people in their gifts and in their crafts, you kind of step back. You have to allow them to flourish in their gifts and not get in the way. And then we become a powerful punch together, especially when we're on one
Good.
accord.
You
You know what I'm
two
saying?
are two of my favorite people. I love you all to pieces.
Yay, we
I'm
love you
gonna pull
too.
on you a little bit before we wrap this up. Okay, so this is the month of love. We're talking about Black love, and we're talking about your talent. So, Trania, I know we've passed Valentine's Day, but I'm celebrating the whole month. Even though I don't have a boo, I'm still celebrating the whole month, because love is
Right.
a beautiful thing, right? So, with that being said, I need you to turn to James and just sing to him. And I'm doing this on the spot. Sing to him something that comes to mind when you think of him. James, I know you don't have your drumsticks or anything, But if she give you some type of beat, you could go ahead and hit with your hands. I don't know. But Trania, I want you to turn around and sing to him what comes to you when you think about your husband, James Gale.
Time after time, when I'm feeling low, something inside of me lets me know it's alright. Love's on my side. When the world seems a lonely place, I've got a dream that won't leave a trace of the blues. I just think of you, and baby, I know I've got a real thing here by my side. Someone who needs me, holding me tight, and these special feelings won't ever fade. 'Cause I knew from the start you put a move on my heart.
Oh my goodness, friend. I put you on the spot, but you did that. Oh my gosh. That is so beautiful. James, I know you over there melting.
It's all good. In trouble later.
Look at that dimple, Trina. That dimple coming out on his
I'm telling you.
I already know. That was so beautiful. I love you all to
Wrong for
pieces.
that.
Huh?
You're wrong for that.
Oh, he said you wrong
I
for
was
that.
wrong. Look, I didn't put y'all out on the carpet. I'm just saying.
Wow.
Yes. Oh, I love you all, and thank you so much for joining me. That's one of my couples here on Black Love, Black History Month program today. And I appreciate you. You know, there are friends that I have, you know, that kind of come and go. And then there are friends, you know, that last a lifetime. And you two are definitely my lifetime friends. So hey, everybody, thank you for staying locked with me here on Talented Television. And I am so excited. Y'all know that's my favorite word. I say it all the time. I need to make some t-shirts with the word excited on it because I'm really excited to have two special people here with me today, very close friends of mine, to talk about their side of Black love. That's right. This month we are celebrating Black History Month as well as Black love. And I am so happy to introduce to some and present to others Mr. and Mrs. Andre and Dynesiah Moore. What's up, Moores?
Hello.
Hey. How's it going over there?
Just wonderful.
Just wonderful. Excellent. I know that's right. These are my two new love bugs. First of all, congratulations on the wedding, the marriage. You know, it's almost a year, but not quite. So are y'all still honeymooning over there?
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So let's talk about love and how have you come together and kind of united and you're making love work?
Well, I'll start off, and that is for us, I would say, is communication. We're very strong in communicating with one another. It's no boundaries or anything of what we communicate about, whether it's my feelings, or if my feelings is hurt, or if something bothers him, or sex, whatever. We have an open communication between one another, and I think that's very important in a marriage, to have that between two people. and just keeping, laughter, and the laughter in it is mainly, I know for a fact, it's never it's never a dull moment with me. So with that, it just brings the balance with him and the excitement of it. But
That's very true. It's never a dull moment with you. Andre, what are some things that you have learned since you have fallen in love with Dynesiah?
Well, just like our relationship in our relationship, the floor is always open for discussion. We don't hold anything in. If there isn't any issues or anything like that, it's all put out. It's discussed. It's gone over, and then we work everything out.
Good, good. Now I know that Dynesiah is a spur of the moment type person. So is that how you keep some of that spark going and love going in the relationship over there? Tell me some of the things that you all have done together that are just some fun things that maybe some other couples out there can incorporate into their journey and relationship.
You know what? We've done quite a few, staycations. Just spending time with one another, and just going out and just enjoying one another.
Yeah. Dynesiah, what are some of the fun things that you've done that you can recall? Something where you may have pulled Andre out of his box and vice versa.
well, I can recently say the Valentine's Day event we did. That was to do it yourself building. We decorate our home with a lot of our last name, more family, and more names and stuff like that. And just to be reminded of the celebration of the unity. So with that, we had a date and we went to the do it yourself and build a couple of projects. So working together on the project of actually seeing him help assist me and me helping assist him, it was more of a team building skill that we did together. And really, to be honest, it was like not saying it, but when you do it and you kind of look back at it, it was like, oh, okay, this is a beautiful project that we completed together.
Right.
Yes.
And even on that exercise was it was hands on, and I'm a hands on person anyway. So she assisted me, then I assisted her as well.
Nice. I love that. Now, what you
Mhm.
said was Valentine's. We went on a date. How important is dating in a marriage?
Really important.
Yes. I think a lot of times people forget that, especially as they get further into their marriage and things. And for you all, I don't think it's going to be a problem because you two love to go and, like you said, do staycations and different things like that. And you're in Las Vegas. So where else,
Exactly.
where better, to do a
Yeah.
staycation. So I don't think that'll ever
Right.
be a problem. But, how can you tell some of the people out there to just keep things fresh?
I think always trying new things. We
Yeah.
and don't be afraid to try new things. And when you want to incorporate something into the marriage or the relationship, communicate about it, talk about it, set the atmosphere to have an open conversation, and then also be a friend. I think
Mhm.
our relationship is our strong, and the strength of our marriage is because of we're friends.
Yeah.
And because it came together as a friendship, and no boundaries was broken until our marriage is solid like that. So it's like no boundaries. So we just, hey, we open it up and it's open, and it's just trying new things. And that's what we do. We try new things. Like me, I'm very affectionate. I'm very, very cuddle, very,
Right.
like kissy type. So, that's like 1,000 times all the time with him.
Right.
And I think the balance of it is that he allows me to show that part of me to him, and then he gives it back, which is also something new for him, but it's exciting to me because I'm like, hey,
Yes. Absolutely.
so that's a fun part to me, is having that, experiencing that with them.
Awesome. Awesome. So tell me how important you all think that Black love is, especially in society today, and how things have, come about with the Black Lives Matter, the racism that we see in the community. Why do you all feel it's important for the Black man and the Black woman to unite together and be strong at this time?
Well, it's really important to show unity, togetherness, to show, as far as being a Black man, to show that, your home is taken care of. There's order in the house, and you know how to take care of your family.
Absolutely. It's very important. Sometimes people look at Black people, and I don't know what it is that they think about us, that love doesn't exist. There are a lot of, single parent children, single parents out there, and children who are raised by single parents. And with that being said, they just think that that's the culture of the Black man or the Black woman, but that's not always so. So it is important to definitely see unity. So I think that's such a positive thing,
And just to also add one note to add to what my husband was saying, and that is allowing the Black man to be the man. He is the head of my household. I go to him and I make sure me going to him, I don't make any sudden decisions or don't consult with him or don't have the moment of prayer to cover him, to know that God gives him wisdom to understand, because what he is, he's the head of our household. So I don't care what it is. It can be something as, well, what color sofa are we going to pick out? And if it's blue and I say brown, okay, well, where is the neutral in between it? But I still allow him to be the man and the head of my household, of this household. And I think with that shows, gives him the strength of him carrying it, one, of being the man of it and allowing his voice be heard in the household. So that's another strength I would say as a Black woman, is that we Black women, and me, especially with me being a very, independent, very independent, Black woman, that was a little challenging in the beginning, but I had to kind of remind him and say, no, you're the man, you're the husband, and once he felt comfortable, it was like, oh, okay, no, you have a voice. And I expressed it to him many times. I said, no, you have a voice here. Your opinion matters in our household, and it can be the smallest things. What color we're going to paint the wall, and I think that's important as a Black family. We as Black women, and especially being strong, independent Black women, when we meet and God bless us with our husband, we have to allow the man to be the head of the household.
I think that's beautiful, the way that you said that, Dynesiah, because a lot of times, with the Black man, he's fought outside of his home by everyone. He's fought at work, he's fought in the community, so I think that when a man comes home, that he should find comfort and he should find love and he should find a place where, hey, I'm king of this place, even though he's still king in his community. You know what I'm saying? He is, even though he's fought. But what better place than to say, hey, I have a safe nest when I come home, and I have a place where I can be heard, and I have a place where someone loves me. That's beautiful. Yes, indeed. Andre, I was watching the way that Dynesiah was looking at you while you were talking. So I know there's love over there. I tell you, I see the red light glowing. Tell me, what are some of the fun things that you love about Dynesiah?
Well, waking up with her every day, going to sleep with her every night, and just the way our relationship has blossomed. That's all. From a friendship to marriage, it's been a good ride.
Wow. And Dynesiah, same question to you. What are some of the things that you love about Andre?
I love to really, a lot of people always say, oh, he's quiet or he don't talk. And I'm like, no, he talks. So I love to hear him speak. A lot of, like I said, once again, I made our home a place where he can voice and say what it is. So I really, really enjoy talking with him. Just hearing him, if it's we talking about the news or what's going on, that intellect conversation that he gives, whether it's politics, whether it's business and finances, whether what do you want to say something? Oh, I would say even when it comes to us, we still have a young child, as everyone knows, still at home, but just even giving an opinion about that, and those are the things that I value most of is, well, what do you think, or what should we do, or so I really love that about him, and being able to say that as one is really important to me, because we're husband and wife, and that's what matters, is making sure those things continue to be that. So I'm excited, and it's really fun having that with him. When I call, I say, hey, what's going on? And oh, such and such, and this is what's going on, and the trades is this, and the stock is that. And I'm like,
Yeah.
come on, baby, speak it.
That's good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Somebody
And,
who's
and
like,
also, I can say, being also what I really like, and I can honestly say, even love the most, and that is, um, he allows me to encourage him, you know, reminding him who he is in God, and who he is to me, and who he is to the family, because sometimes we can go to work, and we can put work, and we can put friends or whatever it may be, but at the end of the day, I put him first and remind him who he is and what he means to me, no matter what. And if it's just a message and saying, hey, I love you, and he responds back, say, oh, I love you too, or a card, or something.
yeah.
So he wasn't a card person. So the fun part about it is now
I guess I'm a card person.
he's a card person.
Yes. That's what I like, about marriage and relationships and things like that. One of my favorite movies is Love Jones. And if you watch Love Jones, you see, the relationship between Nia Long and Lorenz Tate, and just kind of how it developed. You saw some things that he did in the beginning that she didn't do, and all of a sudden she's picking up his habits, and you know what I'm saying, those type of things. And I think that happens when you fall in love. Dynesiah, I always tease you because I hear you say some things sometimes, and I'm like, girl, you over there sounding like Andre. So I get tickled, but I love it, that you all are gelling together so well. And I am grateful to have you all as my friends and just covering me, even in certain things, being a single Black woman who is, waiting for that man that God has for me. But you all just stepping in. We have a funny story because most of my friends, for those of you that are watching, most of my friends are my protectors. They like watch over me. I'm like the baby of the bunch. And even though Dynesiah and I are the same age, she got me by a couple of months. So, she thinks she got some clout or whatever. But but I remember going on a date one time, and I'm so grateful for Andre and Dynesiah because I didn't know this guy well. But when I tell you, my friends rolled up to be there for me and cover me. So I appreciate stuff like that. It seems like that would be something little, but you all wanted to make sure that I was safe. And so I want to tell you thank you, publicly, for doing things like that for me. I mean, it's happened actually a couple of
Absolutely.
times now
No
that I think.
problem. No problem.
That's how we roll. We from Detroit.
Exactly. I'm like, now that I think about it, it happened a couple of times. Mika busted me out with somebody, she kind of, Dynesiah, I'm sorry, kind of, told somebody how I was kind of feeling at that time. She like, we need to get to the meat of the matter. Forget all this. But,
Right.
being there and covering me and being great friends, I really appreciate you two. I really do. Yes,
We
indeed.
appreciate you too, and we love you, Eichelle.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Lastly, let me just ask you, what piece of advice from both of you, from you, Andre, and from you, Dynesiah, do you have for me? What piece of advice do you have for me as a single woman who is just waiting for God to send whoever it is that he has for me to love Kimberly? And I mean all of me. Look, every single part.
I'll let you go.
Keep your heart open. Keep looking. There's someone for everyone out there. That lucky guy, lucky to have you guy. He's on his way, he's coming. And to keep your heart
Thank you, Andre. I
open.
appreciate that. Listen at my brother over there. Thank you. Danisha, what do you have for me? Which is my Mika boo. I call him Mika boo. Danisha.
I agree with my husband. I would say keep your heart open. You
Yeah.
have to, I would have never thought in a million years that my heart will actually come to a full circle, um, like the way it did. Who would have ever thought, and one good thing about it is just if I was closed minded in it, then we wouldn't be here.
Right.
So I would say that this is a prime example of keeping your heart open, because one thing about love has no color, it has no shape, it has no form. It's just when God brings it together, it is God, and it was a full circle with us.
Wow.
So yes, stay open. So open starts with the letter O, which is a being open and a full circle of something.
Yes.
Correct.
A full circle. A
A
full
full
circle.
circle. Mhm.
Yes. Thank you all so much. I have one last question because it's somebody out there who can um glean from your story. So Andre, I remember, when you and Danisha first started dating, and Andre was
Mhm.
like, I'm not getting married. Andre said, no way, I'm not doing it. So
Right.
tell me,
I did.
what happens when a man changes his mind? Let's talk about that, Andre.
Well, actually for me, it was quite simple. I do remember those early days of me being single. I did state that I was never getting married again because I was married once before for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, I kept an open mind on everything. I kept my heart open. There's a lot of evaluation involved in every relationship, and I evaluated this one, and then I just found everything I needed in Dynesiah. So here we are.
Man, that's good stuff. That's some good stuff. Danisha, I know you over there blushing. Y'all already got on the red light over there, so I ain't gonna hold you too right. I'm not gonna hold you too much longer, okay? But thank you all so much for joining me, and taking time out to sit down and talk about love. I think it's so important, and I love you too, and I love your love. I've watched, your relationship and things like that, and some of the things that you have done together, and you've made it fun. You've made it fun. I'm sure that there have been times that have been challenging, but you've overcome them, and I'm sure that you will continue to do so. She said it ain't been none. Come on, ain't been nothing. Hello, she say I'm still honeymooning.
No, I actually and you know what? And to really be honest, and in marriage you always hear things say, oh, it's gonna be some challenges, and oh, you're gonna have. I can honestly say, we've been together how long?
um, 2.5 years.
2.5 years, and I don't think we had one argument.
Nope.
Look at God. There
And
is
I think that's exactly what it really is.
yes.
It we've been together 2.5 years, and we never had
One argument.
not one. Glory
So
to
happy
God.
for y'all. Glory to
So it's
God
really,
in the highest.
I
Man,
mean,
that's a
and one
beautiful
thing about
thing.
it, when darts and stuff come, but when God covers it over and over and over, those things can never hit those things. And once again, it comes from being, communication is the key to success. Um, Prayer is the key. I think before him and I came, it was a lot of prayers that was released in the atmosphere before it was between, him and I. So I believe God answered a lot of the prayers. Um, I wrote down exactly what I prayed for, and just like he said, I was everything to him. It was the exact thing to the T. When I tell you,
Wow.
I pulled it out of the Bible, and I just was like, look, this is just, I mean, even down from him accepting Monty.
Your puppy.
Um, I did. I put Monty in there. I said, my husband's going to have to accept my dog
Yeah.
because that's my other little child and whatnot. And he haven't had a dog since he was young, you know. So Monty came in the picture, and that was just like perfect. Well, Monty gave him around for his money now. And leave Monty out.
Right,
But
right.
it, you know, even in the midst of something, people don't think of something can be so small. That small thing might have been small to him, but it was something big to me, and that it worked out, you know, because he could have
Yeah.
really been like, no, you know, or I don't want this or I want that, but it was never an issue. So I think that's the piece about our marriage is that is we love each other, you know, we're in love with each other, and with that, it allows the love to cover our marriage, our friendship, and our household. That anything that comes out, it's just nothing, you know, and it's truly a blessing. Like I said, to be married in 2.5, well, it'll be married going on a year and being together for two and a
Two and a
half,
half
and
years.
not have not
One
one.
argument.
Wow.
I'm not arguing.
Yeah. I just say I ain't even
And
for
I,
it. That's
yeah,
beautiful. It's beautiful. And you know, my friends that I talked to earlier, the couple, which was the Gales, James and Trania Gales, I spoke with them earlier. And that was James' advice to me as well, was to write down what I want. So that must work. He said, write it down in detail,
yeah,
what you desire, you know, and it can come to pass. And I remember, Dynesiah, you know, even before you got married, because we've been friends for several years now, that
yeah.
you definitely did, that you made room, that you know, opened up space and things like that, you know, for that husband that you were believing God for. So I am glad to see him manifested in the flesh, my brother Andre Moore. Yes, indeed. Thank you
Yes.
all so much for joining me. I appreciate you for dropping by, and you're welcome to drop by anytime and drop me some of those nuggets. All right.
Thanks for
All
having
right.
us.
Thanks for having us, Eichelle.
Of course, of course. You guys have a great evening.
Thank you. You
You as
too.
well.
Thank you. Good night.
Good
Good night.
night.
Hey, I'm Kimberly Eichelle. Thank you so much for watching Talented Television. Remember to go ahead and press that subscribe button. I need you all to subscribe. Keep rolling with me. Press the bell as well, the notification bell, so you'll know when the next video comes up, and tell a friend. I think I'm bringing you some good content. I'm having fun with y'all. I love when you dialogue with me. I love when you write me and tell me what you thought of the show. So keep it coming. Happy Black History Month. Happy Love Month to those of you who are in love, and those of you who are learning to love yourself, because Whitney said it's the greatest love of all. Now, if you want to be on Talented Television, I need you to email me. Y'all got my email address. I've been giving it out to you. It is talentedtelevision@gmail.com. Again, talentedtelevision@gmail.com. I'm Kimberly Eichelle, and until next time, bye.